Again, clarity beats uncertainty. And so that's very important for us as leaders to be able to provide that. The next one is calm over control. Do not try to control a situation. All that's going to do is stunt growth and stunt engagement. Stay calm, allow the team to see it through by engaging and encouraging ideas and encouraging the team members that are actually in the middle of the firefighting to propose solutions. Do not feel that you need to control the situation. Again, the scenario we talked about earlier. A question gets posed or asked of you that you don't know the answer. Don't feel like you have to be in control of the situation and give the wrong answer. Bounce it back, stay calm, answer with a question, and encourage engagement and encourage that individual to be part of the solution, problem solving. So the next one that we just talked about was check-ins. Check-ins beats assumptions. Do not assume that someone or a individual or department is going to do well or struggle with something, vice versa, until you have those check-ins, right? Don't think, oh man, this person is horrible at this. In your check-ins, you'll find out that person was trained wrong. That person did not receive clarity on how to do the task, right? Do not assume someone's trying to do bad for the sake of doing bad, or that they're being lazy for the sake of being lazy. It could be that you as a leader didn't ensure their onboarding was right, that you didn't train them right, and or that you didn't communicate their role correctly to them, and so therefore they've never truly gotten to understand their role. So the check-ins, as you were mentioning, Willie, that you had those conversations, you were able to allow both you and the individual to ensure you stayed connected and clarified any misunderstanding. Therefore, you didn't have assumptions. You knew now, okay, I see I've trained them. Now I know this person just simply doesn't get it. And you can make an an intelligent decision that is not emotional. So that's a very tactical way of us as leaders putting some of these in play. Again, I'll go back to you, Willie, and let's talk about through some of the events that you saw and how it helped you as an entrepreneur, you as a leader, and overall at Willie's Trucking.
The one thing that I was thinking about was I learned where if you get upset or not be able to control yourself, then instantly you lose. And so you have to stay calm and keep asking those questions in order to, yeah, get on the same playing field. Otherwise, you're losing if you're fighting back. To me, that was just a big thing was staying calm. That was always in the back of my mind. No matter what the situation, I would stay calm. And I can kind of testify to that where I know when I sold the business, there were actually two different employees came to me one day, and the one I think had worked with us for 8 years. He had one question. And I said, "What's that?" He said, "Do you ever get angry? I've never seen you angry in 8 years." And I said, "I am sometimes more angry than you think I am, but I'm staying calm." And so, yeah, that's when I knew I had controlled myself. But I think I saw the importance of that where the team could trust me and they wouldn't get yelled at or whatever. And because of that, I was able to make great progress on trying to steer the ship when we were struggling.
Yeah. And one of the key pieces in a best practice that I'll share with this group is find your emotional outlet. Find that emotional outlet. There's a trusted person in your organization or within your world, in your space that you can let that out. Right. I remember many conversations you and I had, Willie, at 10, 11 p.m. at night. And we talked about it. You would be upset about the way something went. You were calm, but you would let out your emotion. You would say, "This can't happen. We need to be able to fix this. We need that," which was is an outlet that everyone as leaders need to have. And I have my emotional outlets. I think an individual that I have in the room here today, I have Cecilia here. She's my emotional outlet. There'll be days when I'll just call her and I say, okay, listen, I'm about to vent. Like I'm just gonna let you hear me out because I need a vent. I need to vent. And
Mm.
so just having that is a healthy way to make sure that you stay grounded as a leader. The others don't get to see that, but you still can uphold your own like health for you, your well-being.